When my brilliant colleagues and I put the show together every day, when we go through stories, I've introduced something that I call the pub test. Is this a topic that matters to you, my viewers and listeners? Is this something that you care about? Does it matter to you? And is it something that you'll be talking about when you're down the pub? That is the pub test. Well, we'd all better be careful, because what you talk about down the pub could now get you in trouble. The Sun newspaper report that pub bosses fear they could have to hire banter bouncers. That's right, banter bouncers to police boozy chats under proposed laws. Rules to protect workers from being harassed may give them the right to sue if jokes or comments they hear offend them. An update to the Equalities Act aims to stop people getting abused at work. Now, they would argue that workers have no choice but to go to work, and therefore they need and deserve protection from hateful conduct by patrons. Bollocks. This will pile extra rules onto bosses trying to watch everything that their customers say. Ultimately, it will leave punters unable to shout at the telly or crack a joke without putting landlords at risk of being sued by upset staff. It sounds made up, doesn't it? But it's real. Now, the government overplayed their hand during the pandemic, micromanaging our lives and torching the economy for what was, in my view, a failed attempt to stop a seasonal respiratory virus. Now they want to micromanage what we think and what we say. Cancel culture has reached its nadir when you can't make an outrageous remark with mates over a pint down the pub without having your collar felt. The United Kingdom, supposedly the home of liberal democracy and free speech, has completely lost its way with this mad new legislation. Shame on the Tories for drawing it up. The idea that this won't start to happen with people suing is naive at best. Of course they will. There are scores of fragile snowflakes who will seize upon their right not to be offended, and who will happily drag their employers through the courts for a remark that they may have heard that they didn't like, which wasn't even aimed at them in the first place. When is this madness going to end? In Scotland, a country that, as we know, has completely lost the plot, their hate crime legislation has opened the door to your possible arrest for saying something offensive at home, in the privacy of your own four walls. Well, in England and Wales, we now face that same threat when we're down our local boozer. Please, someone, fetch me a large one. It's enough to make you want to drown your sorrows.